Saturday, December the 31st, end of the year. And this is my personal yoga practice. All right. Start off with a short forward fold to get out any kinks in the back and neck. Go down the neck. And the low back really feels quote unquote good at the moment. Alright, next up is downward facing dog. So we face left because today is the 31st, which is an odd number day. The legs straight. Got the hands rotated a little bit away from each other. Triceps comfortably rotated towards the floor, right? So you're not working too hard, but you're getting nice rotation on it. Legs straight, back straight. Rotate the pelvis. My sinuses were all fine when my head was upright. But now with my head down like this, those sinuses just aren't having it. So breathe in the nose if you can, but that's not an available option for me right now. And relax. Enjoy the pose. Keep straightening the back. Keep rotating the pelvis. Straighten the legs a little bit, right? They're not perfectly straight. You try to straighten them out a little bit. That's why I really seem to be working on this pose. Get the legs straighter. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're getting the legs straighter. May not be straight, but they're straighter. It's limited by the calf muscle and a little bit by the hamstring. Pelvis rotation is limited by the hamstring. Yeah. And then the straightening of the legs appears to be limited by the calf muscle, oddly enough. Just keep relaxing. Press the palms into the floor. Sure, yeah. The palms of the hands and the balls of the feet are where most of the weight is. And we're done. Yes. There with that timer. Get the next one started. And having that little muscle, some sensation right there on both elbows a little bit. Not sure what that means. I've been practicing my golf swing, so maybe that's got something to do with it. Alright, check where you are. Looks like that needs to be back. There we go. Check the hands. Alright. And relax. Feel that stretch in the back.
feeling kind of good today, so that's cool. The head's counterweight for this nice posterior flex on the spine. Relax, wiggle the hands a little bit, wiggle the hips a little bit, rotate the shoulders a little bit. Just feel what that feels like. Careful of the elbows. In this particular position, they kind of walk straight, and you don't want to over-rotate the elbows. You got to make sure they're not over-rotating. And feel the sensation on the wrist. A nice wrist stretch. Body. Feel the sensations in the body for another 20 seconds. Yeah, right. That's upward facing dog. That's what upward facing dog should look like when you've got the hands towards the back. You're going to rotate the hands to get some more forearm stimulation, which you don't normally feel with a regular upward facing dog. And that's that. Right when I feel a little bit of sensation of the neck. Alright, so next up we just did a nice wonderful upward dog. The hands equalize. So dog is a great pose for the back bend starter, right? Or to do any kind of other pose that is a heavy back bend, and you want to safely get the back into a good spot where it can go into a deeper back bend. So let's start this off. Look at that. Right up into it. Didn't even stop at the head. And my limiting factor on this guy is that I can't get my arms straight. Let's get rotate the wrists, or the fingers away from each other a little bit. I can't seem to get the arms straight. That's because I can't see the shoulders, the armpit side of the shoulders, whatever muscles are there, are preventing rotation. And I have to use a lot of arm effort instead of locking the muscles, instead of locking the joints straight. That's all I'm doing that for today. Still got a minute. We'll do camel pose. Go straight back to the feet this time. Use that to stretch out the pecs a little bit. Careful the elbow joints, make sure they don't over-rotate. Back bend and an arm stretch. And for me, for right now, the arms are getting more stretched than the back. And the left elbow seems to want to over-rotate a little bit, so I have to use effort on the left arm to prevent the left elbow from over-rotating. is that. Back bends. Done. Long forward fold. Next.
So I just did all that posterior flex on the spine. Now I'm doing anterior flex, so we're slow. Because you bent it one way at a very high level, now you're bending it the other way, also at a very high level, so you gotta be careful with that. Heels, ankles, balls of the feet together. I gotta keep lifting up my pants to keep the pants from getting between the ankles. And then relax a little bit. Flip your arms quick because I want my hands under my feet. Balance. Oh. Hey, there we go. See? Balance, balance. There we go. So yeah, keep that balance and rotate the pelvis. Keep the legs straight. So I want to do this some more, right? So I'll help get the legs stretched out more for the upward facing dog, or downward facing dog. So this forward fold and downward facing dog working together to stretch out the legs. Doing the double leg stretch, right? Stretching both hamstrings at the same time. I don't feel much on the calf muscles as compared to downward facing dog, but I feel kind of a similar stretch on the hamstring, which again is not much intensity. It's not like the hamstring's at its limit, but it's just when you're trying to rotate the pelvis and you're trying to rotate both legs, all that stuff just kind of works together to prevent the rotation. All the muscles, the glutes, the hamstrings, everything, since you're doing both legs at the same time. Yeah, so let's test that out, right? Yeah, there we go. That's different rotation, different sensation. And we'll do the other side for just a moment. Yeah, different rotation. And here's, I really feel the nerve limit on the leg and the hamstring, because doing that one foot at a time allowed more rotation of the pelvis of the one side of the leg. Alright, so forward fold. Hip opener. Yay. Alright, hip openers seem to be progressing fairly nicely. And we will take stock in how it's working today. So, my hip opener, right? Your hip opener, if you're trying to follow at home, right? This is a fantastic hip opener, right? You can do this, you can get that down, you can start working that, right? So you're kind of starting to work on lotus pose, right? Trying to get the shin towards the chest, and then get the knee down, right? But as you can tell, I've already kind of got that. So for my hip opener, I'm very careful. The bones slide across the bone slide. The muscles slide across the bone. And yeah, we'll see what it feels like to get that foot towards the head. So not as open as yesterday, surprisingly. Yesterday I got the foot just kind of right back. Sure what the deal is, but these muscles say, hey, you can only do so much, and if you do any more, you're not going to like it.
So you gotta. It's a negotiation process with the body. The mind has an idea. Yeah, I want to do this. The body says, maybe not. Because I'm trying to get some sensation, but then also relax those muscles. Because I can go further, but in order to go further, I would have to tighten my hip muscles, which are the muscles I'm trying to relax and stretch. So feel that sensation. And then roll over so the knees on the earth, because that's a little bit easier. Yeah, that definitely feels a little easier. Feel that sensation on the left thigh. About another 30 seconds. Feel that stretch. There we go. Now I'm feeling it. Stretch on the left thigh. I use quite a bit of effort on the right arm because nothing's really locked into place. The shin and ankle's not locked behind the head, so I can't lock the foot into the elbow. So when I get the foot into the elbow, that really does a lot to reduce the amount of effort required on that pose. At least effort required by the right arm. So we start off slow, just like we did last time. So do the starter stuff, right? So yeah, starter stuff is you kind of bring your foot up, ankle up towards the chest, shin towards the chest. Work on your half lotus, right? You get that knee down, all that fun stuff. Again, yeah, I'm kind of already there, right? The way that I'm working, where I'm at, is I want to work laying down because that's easier for me in the poses I'm trying to work. And again, I'm real careful as the muscles slide over the bone. It is a distinct feeling. That's why I keep telling you about it. So let's rotate this a little bit. Okay, we'll start out how I did the other side. Yeah, and feel that right thigh, kind of right there. The right side definitely feels a little more open than the left side. And I could probably go deeper, but I want to keep both sides balanced. And so relax. And so I've got my right knee resting on the earth. Foot start to fall asleep. Blood flow is constricted. And feel that nice stretch on the right thigh. For another 20 seconds.
So yeah, it's no Jim. The left leg seems to be less able to get all the way behind the head. So I gotta watch out tomorrow. Not go too far in the right leg to get it past where the left leg can go. So I gotta stick with the Achilles on the back of the skull, just to make sure I don't go too far and get the legs out of balance. Either that, or even though tomorrow I'm supposed to start with the right leg first, I want to start with the left leg first, since it is so much more limping. But the second side is always more open than the first side, so I don't know. Alright, what are we doing now? Now we are doing the awesome, totally awesome hamstring stretch. Hamstring stretch, but you get your legs like a splits. That's right, I do. Because, yeah, I don't know if my crotch is in the right spot. We'll see. You look at that foot, you grab the toe, and you start to slide over. You go slow because it takes us a moment for the back to get into the right spot for this pose. And you look down. There we go. So I'm starting to feel the stretch onto that left hamstring. And the legs are about 120 degrees apart. And yesterday I found out if I go any further than that, then my man parts are the limiting factor. I have to pull out of the stretch because there's no place for my man parts to go, and they get too much sensation. Whereas I do it like this, I get a nice stretch. The man parts have some sensation, but not too much. And everything's good. So, yeah, there you go. Now, turn the eye of the elbow, so the bicep side of the elbow towards the front. So, I guess towards my nose is another way to say that. Away from the glutes. And then slowly start to work the right hand closer to the heel, but the right shoulder is limiting that. I feel a nice stretch on the left hamstring. And relax. Feel the stretch. Wonderful stretch on the left hamstring. And then pulse the body a little bit so you can feel some more space. Maybe open a little more. A lot of sensation on the left hamstring and on the right shoulder. Alright, so that's that side. Clean that puppy out. Get the next side started. Get the right foot in frame. Legs at about 120. Try to get the man parts in the right spot to start off with. And then look at the foot. Start to grab it. And yeah, this is such an intense stretch on the back, at least for me. Got to go real slow on both sides. Because the back's got to reposition. And then the right hips have to get stretched out. Get the head down, get the shoulder down. Get the right hand under the left hamstring. Turn the right elbow, eye of the right elbow forward, bicep side, away from the nose. We're actually pointing the same direction the nose is pointing. I'm feeling quite a stretch on that right hamstring. Usually feel a stretch on the left shoulder. Usually the left shoulder is limiting. But right now, at the moment, the right hamstring's got the most sensation. Fascinating. Yeah, and of course, as soon as I relax the left shoulder, start trying to relax the muscles. It's more sensation on the left shoulder. And relax. A little bit of sensation on the right ball. Can't see the timer. 20 seconds left. Relax. And that's that. Slowly get out. There we go. Try to get the left back equalized for just a moment. And we do straddle splits. There we go. Got the man parts in a good spot. Oh, I can touch my right toe, but I can't seem to touch the left toe. Oh, look at that. I got them both. Touching both toes. Easy. Alright. Wait till there's 2 minutes left, and then I'll start working the arms. So it can be balanced. Alright. So different arm position this time. Open that left shoulder. Relax. Definitely feel a compression on the right pectoral muscle. Do this side for another 23 seconds. And the other side. Feel that compression on the right pectoral muscle. Use the left hand as a pillow so you can sell out for that stretch. And yeah, inner thighs, a little bit of stretch on splits. But again, that's more just of a maintenance pose for me.
feel more sensation and room for growth on the arm stretch than I do on the leg stretch. Still got to pay attention to the legs, alright, show them some love, conscious awareness. Feel more sensation on the right thigh than on the left, probably because I'm turned towards the left a little bit. Alright, well, that is that. That's up, and next up is handstand practice. Alright. So from here, get the hands down about shoulder width. Instead of straight to the front, I don't like that. I like hands up to the side, like you're grabbing the top of a pommel horse. And weight transfer. That's all it is, right? It's just a bunch of weight transfer. Alright. Starter pose. And then from here, do some more weight transfer.
Feel the neck a little bit.
Alright. Weight to the hands. And the hips up. Oh, come on. You had it. You had it. Yeah. Not easy to balance. Alright. Balance. Just not feeling it today. We'll start from crow pose. See if I can feel that a little more. Nope. There was something about the arms. Arms a little shot. Maybe that stretch on the arms kind of got things out of rhythm from where they normally are. Because, yeah, the balance just ain't there today. But we can do a little bit of a headstand for another minute or so. Only do headstands if you know what you're doing, which means you probably aren't doing this if you don't know what you're doing. Tripod headstand, great place to start. It's very safe, right? You can slowly transfer things around. I don't know when you're ready, you lift that up. You be very careful. You always want to fall the correct way. So you might have a lot of weight in your hands to make sure that if you do fall, you fall forward where you can see what's there. And relax. And I want my arms folded. So I'll just adjust that real quick. And if you noticed, I did my lotus legs the opposite way, I think. And I can't tell if I'm in frame or not, so we'll see. But I think I hear the buzzer going, so let's see if I can get my knees to my elbows. Yeah. Alright, so got one guy in here. Das Peña. Hey, cool stuff, man. Thanks for watching. If that means, is it painful? No, it's not. There's a difference between pain and sensation. You feel a lot of stretch, but you practice enough. The pain threshold, right? There's the pain barrier. You stretch this much, and it's just sensation. Then you stretch too much, and it's painful, right? That pain threshold extends, but it only seems to extend
if you stay behind the pain threshold, right? So you go as close as you can get to the pain threshold. You don't have to be at the pain threshold, right? You get kind of close to that pain threshold. As you hold the pose, right, that pain threshold gets longer or gets further away so you can stretch more. And that's that. Cool stuff. Awesome. This is my yoga practice. Do it just about every day, 8 a.m. more or less. So if you enjoyed it, hope you'll come back for me tomorrow, the day after that. And I hope you do enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun. And peace out.